بالشاحنات ما عم ننفض، كل ساعة عم يلقطوا. كنا بسوريا لما ماتوا كل الناس، أمي جابتني مشان تعالج إجري.
طيب هذا من حرب ما؟
إن سوريا كنت عم بلعب برا، قام اجاني الجيش قال لي تعال اشتري لك شيء، قام رحت قام خطفوني قام داسوا علي بالسيارة. ما بعرف شو بدي اقول له، انا ضايعة هون مع عمي.
Tensions have been rising in the port of Calais just last week.
Migrants in Calais chase after a lorry bound for England. One man leaps
blatant. It's in broad daylight. With striking ferry workers causing travel chaos in the French port of Calais, TV news has been full of dramatic scenes, queuing lorries and desperate migrants trying to break into them to get to the UK.
We've got to do more to make sure that Britain is a less easy place for illegal migrants to come to.
But away from the motorways and port, something different is happening in Calais. The new migrant camp is growing fast and becoming permanent. Those living here are part of Europe's growing refugee crisis. Huge numbers of people fleeing poverty and conflict. Now they face a new challenge: life in the jungle.
والله هناك ودينا المطبخ بياكلوا في النماء، بيسووا لك طيب واكلهم هنا. ترك الدجاج زي الورق، هذه وجبة واحدة في اليوم. سوينا الحمام هنا ممكن يجي نصوره.
Fadl was a student in Sudan but was forced to flee in 2011. After years stuck in Libya, he arrived in the jungle 6 months ago.
حتى الحبوب بتاعت البنادول الصداع دي ممكن نتبادلها. ممكن آلات الطباخة، ده يشيل الموس من هنا تمشي من هنا، ده يشيل كمشة دي يقضي بيها حوجته ويجيبها.
Like many of the Muslims here, he is fasting for Ramadan.
والله عملنا حاجة كثيرة يعني، الصبر والمصابرة. يعني أنت تصوم في وضع زي ده، طبعاً يعني لك تحدي لك.
No one is counting how many people live here, but most agree it's at least 3,000. People arrive every day, and each time we come back, the jungle feels more and more permanent. Conditions here are hard, but everywhere there are signs of a community striving to create something like a normal life. Cafes and food shops have opened. Spotting a demand for bicycles, a friend of Fadl's, who is a car mechanic in Sudan, has set up the camp's own bike and rental repair service. This shack, built out of pallets, will soon be a school.
We try our best.
Many of those who flee Eritrea are Christians, and they have been persecuted because of their faith. In the jungle, they are building a church.
You need sometimes some quality time with yourself, you know. You can come here, you can read, you can pray, you can think. So you are fresh mind and it will be easy for you. Because this is your God house, it can be anywhere.
David's family left Eritrea after his father died, and spent years as a refugee in Sudan. His life there was so desperate, he set out for the UK, leaving his 2-year-old son behind.
I want to bring him if I can, and I want to be a good father for him. It's hard, it's very hard. But thanks to God, I am still happy and alive.
David has promised himself that when the church is nearly built, he will try for England. The church had a priest, but he didn't want to wait.
There is no priest.
Then you pray by yourself. Has that happened to priests before?
Yeah, there was one guy, he got British, so we don't have a priest.
Even as the camp becomes permanent, in the jungle, everything is transient.
It seems that the word has got around camp that there's a traffic jam building on the motorway that runs across the top of the camp. And it's caused quite a lot of interest. A lot of the people are now moving up towards the lorries to see if they can get on the back.
Migrants regularly complain about heavy-handed treatment by the police. Officers frequently use pepper spray. And funded with millions of pounds of British money, the authorities' other main response is to step up security.
Yesterday we were here and there were groups of migrants intermittently running up this bank from the camp, trying to get past the police, onto the motorway and onto the back of lorries. Today we've come back and we found that the authorities are hastily erecting what looks like a fairly intimidating fence. It's going to run presumably from where you can see now all the way along here up the side of the motorway, closing off the camp with barbed wire on the top of it. Obviously the idea is to try and stop migrants getting up this bank and onto the motorway and onto the lorries.
Fadl and his friends are preparing for Iftar, when they will break their fast. 1 meal a day is provided on site. Tonight they've been bought extra food by the local Algerian community. Fadl, like many others in the camp, has claimed asylum in France. But with no support, he has little choice but to live in the jungle for months while his claim is processed.
أنا قدمت اللجوء يوم 20/4 المقادير بتاعتي اتكسرت كلها. يعني بقيت إنسان محبط لأبعد الحدود. فرنسا حتى لو ادتني لجوء تقدر تدمجني في المجتمع، عندها برنامج لي أنا بما حالتي بشر، أنا بشر، اهتمام بي. لو مشيت الإنجليز ولا مشيت أي دولة ممكن أتعلم، لو إنه بارد في الشوارع ممكن أتعلم لغة. هنا صعب، اللغة صعبة على الناس.
بالنسبة للجلسة حقتنا دي أحسن نروح الدجاج. ما دام الواحد جالس هنا وما لاقي فرنسا مشكلة. أركب شاحنة، أخذ وكرتون وأتقفل وأنكتم.
For those that are trying to get to Britain, it's a big night. At the entrance to the Eurotunnel, the queues of trucks are still backed up after strikes close the terminal.
It's quite a strange scene that we've got down here in front of us. There are scores of migrants trying to get on the back of these lorries that are queuing for the Eurotunnel. There are lorry drivers getting quite irate coming out to stop them. There are police getting involved. I've never really seen anything like it on the approach to the Eurotunnel. Why do you want to go to the UK?
Education.
Yeah.
Freedom. Work.
Britain still takes far fewer asylum seekers than France. Nobody knows how many people have got through in the past 6 weeks and how many will claim asylum. But we do know that on nights like this, more than 1,000 people a night are being stopped.
Today, 2 times, and the police get out.
You try again?
I try again.